Hi and welcome back to Sweets and Beyond. My name is Ida and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a dessert. It's called Flancocho or flan cake. It is super easy to make and it tastes really yummy. Here are the ingredients. Okay, so for the flan part, I'm going to be using 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. This is for the caramel. 1 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. I'm going to be using a pinch of salt, 4 eggs. These are large eggs. Now for the cake part, I'm going to be using 3 eggs. So in total, we're going to have 7 eggs. 1 cup of sifted cake flour. This is not all-purpose flour. It has extra stuff added to it. So we need cake flour. Half a cup of milk, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1 stick, this way, of unsalted butter. Here I have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 teaspoon of almond extract. And I'm also going to be using a little pinch of salt. Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is this has to be in Baño de María, Bain Marie. I think it's just basically a water bath. So this is hot water that I have here, and I measured, and it should come up. Of course it's floating because it doesn't have any weight on it, but it should come up to at least half. And this is a bun pan. I'm going to show you the measurements right there. Hope you can see that. See how cute? So we're going to put it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees, and we're going to put this inside our oven because we need this water to be hot. So I'll put this in the oven and then we'll go on with the flan. So now it's time to make the caramel. I'm going to put in the 1 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. My stove is at a 6 right now, so my stove goes from 0 to 10 and it's at a 6, so a medium high. And we're just going to gently let it start melting. Okay, so don't worry if you see it getting like this. This is what we need. See, on the bottom it's melting, but as you stir it, it'll get clumpy like that, but then it'll come together. Just keep on watching it. Okay, so look how it's getting right now. So if you see that you still have clumps like this, but it's getting a little bit dark, you just take it off of the heat, keep on stirring, and the residual heat will start melting the rest of the sugar. See? So now I put it back, get a little heat, make sure it's melting but not browning, because we don't want this dark. We want it a dark amber color, not brown, because brown means it's burnt. See? So I just go stirring it off the heat, and you see how it's slowly melting? That's what you want. Just a little bit darker than this. It's almost melted. Take it off the heat. Finish the crystals. And then we're going to pour it into the mold. So now we're going to pour it. Look how beautiful the caramel looks. This is the exact color that you want. So be very careful. This is extremely hot. So we're going to hold it to the sides, and we're going to gently coat everything, including the sides. Maybe you can see. We need this to be coated too, because when we pour the cake and everything in there, we need that. This is acting like our non-stick spread. In a mixer, we're going to do the cake part now. In the mixer, I put in the stick of butter, and I'm going to put in the 1 cup of sugar. And I'm just going to cream this for a couple of minutes until it's nice and fluffy. Okay, so it's been a few minutes, and this is what we need. This is the consistency that we need. See, all nice and fluffy. Now we're gonna add the extracts, the almond and the vanilla. I'm gonna beat it a little bit more, slowly, until it's nice and incorporated. We're gonna lower it, and we're gonna add one by one the eggs. The first egg, so be slowly at first, then increase until it's nice and incorporated. Then we're gonna add the next egg. So this is how it should look like. So now we're gonna add another egg, then we're going to beat, scrape it down, and then add the other egg. Okay, so this is what it's gonna look like. So you scrape down the sides. It's nice and fluffy. So now we're going to add the liquid and the dry, but we're gonna alternate. We're gonna put in, first we start with the flour. So you're gonna put a third of this. We're gonna mix it. Then we're gonna put the milk, and we're gonna always end with the flour. Start slowly, because you don't want a puff of flour. Okay, so the flour is already incorporated. We're gonna put half of the milk, and we're gonna slowly mix it and then increase the speed until it's all nice and incorporated. Okay, so scrape down the sides, and then we're gonna put in a little bit more of the flour. So this is what's gonna be left. So you're going to do it in thirds. 3 portions of flour and only 2 portions of the milk. So we're gonna stir it again. Okay, so our cake batter is done. So we're gonna set it aside, and we're gonna start with the flan part. Okay, so I placed the 4 eggs. I'm going to just sprinkle just a pinch of salt. And we're gonna add all the other ingredients. This is the evaporated milk, the vanilla extract, the condensed milk, and you can do this in a blender, but I'm just going to use my little handheld smart stick. And all you do is you just pulse it until it's nice and incorporated. Okay, so now it's time to put our flancocho together. See how pretty the caramel looks, and how I up to the sides, and it's nice and hard, and it has to be this beautiful amber color. If it gets darker, it'll taste bitter and burnt, and it's not good. So we're going to start by pouring in the flan part of it, just like that. And now we're going to put in the cake part of it, and you go slowly going around. So remember, you already have your oven preheated to 350 degrees, and you have your water bath already in there. So we're going to place this in the water bath, and we're going to cook it in the oven for at least 45 minutes. In the 45-minute mark, we're going to stick a toothpick in it or a long skewer, and if it comes out clean, it is done. But don't worry, this will not look like this in a blink of an eye. We'll be back when this is done. Okay, so it took 15 minutes for it to be done, and when you insert, it comes out nice and clean. This is what you need. So now what we do is we're going to loosen it a little from the sides. I'm gonna try to go quickly because I'm gonna show you the next step. So now you're going to, I forgot the other pot holder. This is really hot. So you're going to take it and you're going to move it. See, there's a piece that's still stuck here. You have to make sure that it's nice and loose, because we want the caramel that's on the bottom to coat. And make sure, see, I need to loosen a little bit here too. There you go. You need to wiggle it around. There you go. So now we are going to let this cool up to room temperature. Once it reaches room temperature, we're going to flip it and I'm going to show you how beautiful it looks. Okay, so the flancocho has completely cooled. It's nice and cool to the touch. So make sure you wiggle it so it won't stick to the sides. And now we just take a plate. It can't be a flat plate, because if not, all the caramel will. So wish me luck. Oh, I heard it fall. Just a second. Let us see. I just made a huge mess. But look how beautiful. Let me get in. Let me push it. See the difference? And once I cut into it, let me move it. Let me clean up and we'll do this again. Okay, now it looks way better. Look how beautiful this cuts. And now, once I take it out, you will see how beautiful it is. You can see the flan layer and the cake layer. Let me put this aside so then you can peek in here. How beautiful that you see both sides of it. So if you like this video, here you go. If you like this video, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up. And after this is going to be a little box that says click to subscribe. Click on that if you haven't subscribed. I'm going to leave the ingredient list in the description box down below, including all my links to my social media. Buen provecho. You know, I can't wait. And now I have 2 pieces instead of 1. Oh my goodness, look at that. Try it.